Are you ready for the ultimate bikepacking weekend adventure? Join us for an unforgettable self-supported bikepacking trip through Southwest Virginia. The Grayson Gravel Pie Bikepacking Adventure travels along the Virginia Creeper Trail, the beautiful gravel roads of Grayson County, Virginia, and the New River Trail. All lodging and camping arrangements are included, along with daily routes and guides riding along with you. This self-supported adventure offers resupply opportunities every 20 miles for your food and water needs. Find out more at graveltraveldirt.com.
I'm Brian, and this is episode 119 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. And everybody knows that I am away this week in the Texas Hill Country, leading a group of very adventurous adventure cycling folks on a tour of the Texas Hill Country, seeing the bluebonnets and the wildflowers in and around, I guess you'd say between San Antonio and Austin, Texas. We began this tour in New Braunfels, and we have gone through Pedernales State Park, and we are now in Fredericksburg. And I did a ride today, and I basically ate my way through Fredericksburg. I had second breakfast, and I had breakfast dessert of key lime pie. I had street tacos, and then another trip back over into Luckenbach for my second time on this adventure. If you have not visited Fredericksburg, Texas on a bike, I highly recommend it. It is a fantastic place. We have had incredible weather, highs in the low to mid 80s, low humidity. We haven't really had any rain. I shouldn't probably have said that at this point because we're not done. We've still got a couple more days on this tour. Beautiful overnight sleeping weather in the right around 60, mid 50s to 60 degree mark for the overnight lows. Absolutely perfect. We will be back in the saddle again, to use a Texas term, next week, and I'm looking forward to that. I've been a long ways away from home, halfway across the country. So sit back and enjoy this very early episode where Joey and Wes both actually introduce us to new bicycles. Until next week, everybody, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others, and stay healthy. Love you, bye.
You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hi, I'm Joey.
And I'm Wes.
I'm Brian. Welcome to episode 13 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
It wasn't until you said it that I realized episode 13 is also on April Fool's Day that we're recording.
It is.
But this
could be our worst episode yet.
I don't know what it's going to be. It could be a lot of different things. So we are doing something a little different today because I got a last-minute call to go to Texas Hill Country.
Brian keeps leaving us.
I know.
So if you're listening, we need a third man.
Okay. I'm going to take my toys. I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be gone. No. I'm not going anywhere.
I have the old board.
You're going to Texas.
I'm going to Texas. I am going to Texas. I'm going to be there for like a week and a half. So we are going to record episode 13 and episode 14 today.
That'll make that song actually come true for me. All my exes live in Texas now.
Yeah. Oh.
If you go.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
So we're going just north of San Antonio to where the bluebonnets are blooming. So all the wildflowers in Texas.
That'll be nice.
Exciting, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't they just get like golf ball size hail down there? I watched like some Audis at a golf course get destroyed in a YouTube video.
I think you're going during tornado season too.
Oh, you guys are making me feel really good about this.
So bring your fully disked wheel.
I'm taking my Roubaix. And thank you, Wes, for getting my Roubaix all spit shined again.
Oh, yeah, we did that. Yeah.
We got the new cassette put on it, new chain put on it that Joey, you ordered for me.
Yeah.
Got a new power meter.
Did you SC1 it again?
No, we didn't do anything like that.
Oh, man.
Brian showed up.
You didn't give him the special treatment?
No.
No.
I gave him the other special treatment, but not the bike treatment.
Giving you the treatment.
I was giving him a special treatment.
No, we just needed to, because you told me the last time we had it in.
Yeah, your stuff was clapped out.
It was like all ready to be replaced. And it was. It shifted like butt.
Doesn't it make you feel good inside, though?
Oh yeah.
Other than spending a few $100s, but you wore out all your parts on your bike.
In like
that's an accomplishment.
No time too.
Yeah.
All I do, I just wear that stuff out.
That's because you're
ride a lot.
You're always in our Strava top 10.
No, I'm not. No, not this week.
Yeah.
No, we'll get there.
Man, telling people their drivetrain's worn out can be a little tricky.
Yeah.
So when
congrats on riding your bike so much.
Yeah, it's like, hey, nice work. And some people are like, I just got these things. I was like, well, how many miles do you have on there? Like 5,000. Like, man, that's awesome. But yeah, your parts are gone.
I don't know how many miles I got out of the chain rings. I run the Ceres Power Tap.
Were your chain rings worn out, or was it the power meter that was going?
No, it was the chain rings.
Okay.
So you can replace the chain wings. I run the C1.
The chain wings?
Yeah.
Did I say that?
Sorry. Do you like them saucy or crispy?
I like them on my bicycle.
I love my chain wings.
I love my chain wings
my
on
chain wings,
my
please.
bicycle. No, I run the Power Tap C1 power meter. And you can wear the chain rings out on that because it's a chain ring based power meter. But you can replace the chain rings. But Ceres just sent me a new power meter.
Nice.
Why is that, Brian?
I don't know. Because it was probably easier.
Because you're a brand ambassador?
I
was trying to make a pitch for you.
I am a brand
make fun of
ambassador,
you.
but I don't.
That's kind of a weird pitch, Joey.
Sorry. I'm just.
That's okay.
Does everyone know that Brian's a Ceres brand ambassador?
I think so.
Yeah.
I said it in our video.
It's on our website.
It's on the back of your car, which we can talk about, can't we?
Yeah, we'll talk
allowed
about.
to talk
We'll
about
talk
it?
about it in episode 14.
Oh, yeah.
We have something on the back of my truck
right now.
I can tease it. We have something on the back of my truck that's brand new that you cannot get yet,
It's a blow up doll.
and we can talk about it in episode 14 because by the time episode 14 comes out, it will be available.
The embargoment.
I don't know if it's necessarily embargoed. They've got the product on their website. It's just not in the wild yet.
Yeah.
Well, hot damn.
It is in the wild.
Oh yeah, it's.
I mean,
it's not.
it's been Lesbian, Maryland right now.
It's in the wild, but it's not for public consumption.
There's
How's
not
that?
there's not a big Sarah sticker on it either, so nobody knows who makes it.
Yeah,
right
there
now.
is.
Is there a Sarah
Yeah,
sticker?
they've-
I missed it.
Made in the USA, right? in the
They
back.
have.
I've seen that part.
America.
They have moved away from their black and yellow color schemes. They are now all black.
Wow.
Their racks don't have a lot of yellow on them. I don't think, in fact, they have any yellow on them. So
Well-
we didn't have any new Patreon supporters or PayPal supporters, did we, Joey?
No.
This episode. That's
Nope.
okay.
Yeah, that's all right. Thank you, everybody that's continuing to support
Yeah.
us, though, and everybody that's been listening.
Yeah, and it's important in every way because I went to
Absolutely.
the store yesterday to meet a friend who'd bought a bike, and old Dennis Perimsky sporting his GTD shirt while he was working on Sunday.
Nice.
So
Nice.
with a flannel.
That's the way you wear them.
Yeah.
Makes
Right?
us look so rugged.
Yeah. You got to wear your
And
GTD
Dennis is
shirt.
just good looking and rugged. He needs to look more rugged. We need to get him a beard.
He's good looking. I don't know about rugged.
Yeah, he's not rugged, but
He's
he is good
a
looking.
classy looking dude, though.
Yeah.
He's tall.
Another shout out to Dennis because I'm having his beer.
What are you having?
The red. I'll get back to the beer later.
Okay.
But
we're a little disjointed here.
Don't put the beer back.
you want to just go into it right now?
No, we can talk about the beer. Let's talk about
It's
the beer. What are we
it's the
drinking?
left-hand raspberry milk stout that I remember that one episode you pulled it out and I like secretly drank some, and I was like, this is delicious because the 24 hours before that I was making fun of Dennis for it.
Oh, this exact beer is
This
what you were
exact,
making?
I'm like, man, that's a fruity beer. Like, come on, like grow a pair, get some air.
It is a good beer, though.
It's delicious.
It's raspberry milk stout by Left Hand.
The foam is delicious.
It is. It's a good.
Joey loves
What
fun.
do you drink? You're drinking something different, Wes.
I'll let the listeners know
Ooh.
what I'm drinking.
Crack of the week. We
Ooh,
missed that.
Haven't done that in a while.
I'm drinking the Terrapin Scrumdiddlyumptious Liquid Bliss. It's a chocolate peanut butter porter. The can's really cool. I like it. It's pretty good. It's still not my favorite chocolate peanut butter porter.
That one hit me hard after drinking that. Like
Like, what do you mean hit you
bitter.
hard?
You want to try
Bitter?
it?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Here you go, Brian.
It would pair well with a nice
Scrum
cheese.
diddly umptious. Oh, that's good.
It
Right?
is.
That is really good.
It's good. It's still not my favorite, so I'm thinking I'm going to order, what is it called? It's a peanut butter milk stout made by Belching Beaver, and they do all sorts of other beer, and I got it when I was in Washington. It is still easily my favorite peanut butter beer. So good. But I can only order it by the can or the bottle individual, and it's expensive.
Duclaw makes one too, right?
Yeah,
Sweet Baby Jesus.
Sweet Baby Jesus.
I don't care
yeah.
for that too much.
I don't either.
Yeah,
That's really
Heavy.
good, though. Terrapin
that's better than Sweet Baby Jesus by far.
Terrapin Liquid Bliss.
Better's relative.
We're drinking good beer this afternoon.
He's classy.
Yeah.
Right on.
We moved on from Land Shark.
Hey, leave me alone with
last
my
episode,
land shark.
Land Shark.
Leave me alone with my land shark. Leave me alone with my land shark. I like land shark.
Good for you. Actually, I had Leinenkugel the other day when it was like 70 degrees out. Mm-hmm. That was awesome. I love like the first day of spring when I can have like a line of Kugel.
And now it's
like,
cold
refreshing.
again. It's cold again outside,
Or
though.
a jacket, yeah.
Man, we had went to our first bonfire of the year the other night with Dennis and Will, and it was one of those nights where I brought my own whiskey, didn't realize how much I drank.
Somebody have to come pick you up.
No, Jess was there with me, and it's
Okay.
like the next day I'm like, oh my god, I drank way more than I should have. It was actually that evening before we left. I'm like, I made a big mistake.
How many weeks has it been since you woke up in a bathtub?
It's been a while.
Okay.
Everyone probably thinks I am not an alcoholic at all.
No.
It was dark. Like Dennis
Well,
was there. It was fun. It was
campfire time.
Will was the ladies were there
It's
and
campfire time.
we're on the water.
Absolutely.
It was like first big day of paddle sports, but I'll go back to that in my section.
So no new patrons this week.
No.
But, all of our continuing patrons
Yeah.
are really the heroes here. They make it all happen. So thank you all very much.
Yeah. You really want to help us out, share the episode on your Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
Yeah.
Instagram
That's free.
or whatever.
Like we've said it
Yeah.
before, just listen
F-R-E-E.
and share. Just listen and share. Listen and share. That's the best way you can.
No, it's fun.
TurboTax.
It's always fun watching those numbers tick up on SoundCloud where we upload everything. It's
Gets me
really fun to
excited.
watch it. Yeah.
We hit like 100 by the time I wake up in the morning.
I know. That's wild.
That's like 6:30.
Actually, I'd be curious though. Remember how we had talked about like figuring out how people learned about the podcast?
Right.
I would love if people reached out to us that are like far away from Maryland and let us know how you heard about
Call
it.
in. Go to our
Yeah.
Instagram. Just hit the call button now. Bing, bang,
We have a
boom.
call button on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. You guys have no excuses.
Maybe I'll call in.
And another great way to support is the t-shirt shop.
Yeah.
So enough about all that. We've already talked about what we're drinking. Let's look at the Strava Club.
Yeah.
This is last week's Strava Club.
I made number 1 again.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice
You
work, Joey.
You also changed your name, Joey, to Kurt Brown.
I am Kurt Brown.
Kurt Brown had 301.8
That's crazy.
miles.
But can we not also ignore Kurt Brown's climbing miles either?
So he's
coming up in
elevation gain. We'll go ahead and go there.
He's
so
there.
He was a number one.
30,354 feet.
And if you're curious, just right now, for any reason, Mount Everest is 29,053 feet. So,
That is some serious legwork.
damn. Where do you live, Kurt? Nepal? Like, that's crazy.
I don't know. We ought to look. I don't know where he's from. He's
Yeah.
new. He's new on the scene. So Kurt, congratulations on top rider for mileage and that ridiculous elevation gain.
Yeah.
Absurd, dude. Absurd. And do you want to say who's second?
Flirtatious Frankie is back, nipping at Kurt's heels. He got 270 miles. He's right there. You got it, Flirtatious Frankie. I know.
We got a voicemail we're going to play from Flirtatious Frankie with his Dirty Kansas update a
sweet.
little bit. Yep. And then third place, Justin, 267.6.
You ignored that last name. You didn't know what to do with it.
Oh, it's Laborio.
Oh, nice work.
Justin's down in
South Carolina. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, he was rolling on gravel like every day on Instagram this week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Him and his
He
open
puts
up.
in the work, too.
Yeah.
And he was close to Frankie.
Just nipping on Frankie's heels.
like less than 4 miles. The longest ride for last week, I'll try the last name, Richard Petike? How would you guys say that?
That is a pop filter required last name.
Pettick? Pettick? I
maybe.
would say Pettick.
Sure.
Call in and tell
Richard,
us.
call in and let us know how to pronounce your name, but only if you're going to show up in our leaderboard regularly. Richard Pettick, 154.8 miles. To break into the top 10 for the week.
That's a ridiculous number.
This is down from last week, too.
Oh, it
Did you
is?
know that? It's like 3 miles lower than it was last week. You needed 175.1 miles. Last week was 178. I mean, just shy of 179 miles for last week. 116 members in the Strava Club now. If you're not in the Strava Club, come on and join it.
Yeah.
We are
Get in on
booming.
the fun. And 97 folks recorded miles last week.
That's awesome.
So,
Everybody but Wes.
did you not record anything last week?
I don't record anything.
Oh, that's right. You don't record.
I gave you a Garmin mount.
When we did the, I know, when we did the AJR, and I told you that my computer was broken, can you tell me how fast we're going? I didn't have a computer on at all. I was like, it feels like 15, 16, but I was like, I don't know what it is. And I'm sitting there leading a ride,
No, it's
telling
not
people what
because
to
you're
do.
anti-technology or anti. You just don't do it.
I woke up and I couldn't find my computer. I was like, well, F it.
You have a computer?
I've got a Garmin Touring, so it does what I need it to do.
I didn't know you had one.
Yeah.
I knew that Joey just came to the Element, right? Or
Element Bolt.
The Bolt.
I moved from Garmin to Lezine to Element.
We talked about that. Lizzie.
I don't really do too much with the recording the miles. I used to be big into that. Like,
Dude, don't you want to try to reach the top 10 Like my goal for May is to continue to try to make top 10.
See,
I just want base miles.
I don't care so much about that.
It's a goal.
I record my miles so that I know what I'm doing. That's what keeps me that's my self accountability.
Yeah.
So that I know that I'm on my bike.
See, the thing, I like to go by hours, though.
Okay, well, I've done that. I don't actually have any goals set with regards to miles or hours, but I hear what you're saying. You know,
the first step of depression. No goals.
Well, no.
Seek help.
Dang, I was telling Jessica the other day, it's like, I don't want to set any goals or anything and set low standards. Then everything's up from there.
Well, you set with the easiest was just get on your bike once a week, Joey. That's all
I have been.
Yeah, no,
twice.
Did you ride this morning?
Joey's been doing pretty
No,
good.
I'll come up to Y later.
Yeah. It was cold this morning.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, too, and then I was like, saw how cold it was. I went to the pool and swam. I was like,
Indoor pool. That's,
yeah, well, indoor pool.
I want to start swimming with you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Last time I swam for exercise, I threw up.
No, I'm seriously interested in it. We got some listener voicemails this week.
Listener voicemails. Okay, we're going to start with Frankie. I'm going to get this technology right. We asked him last week to send us a Dirty Kansas update because we know that Frankie's changed. What are you doing? We know that Frankie
Send us some Dirty Kansas updates, Frankie.
Frankie has sent us his Dirty Kansas update for the week. I'm going to hit play, and let's hope this technology all works.
Hey guys, flirtatious Frankie here, giving you your Dirty Kansas update. Looks like it was a pretty good week, 270 miles. Missed out on about 10 to 20 miles this week. So I had to make up a workout, and then yesterday I went out for 114 miles. It should have been between 120 and 140 miles, but I got into the headwind and couldn't think of anything more than being home. So next week we're going to try to shoot for about 140 miles for my long ride. It should get longer and longer just before Dirty Kansas. And then I'll be tapering at the end of May. So until next week, I'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's some serious miles. That's
Hey,
cool.
Yeah.
When you call back, Frankie, can you tell us like what you do when you get done with your ride? Like, do you drink chocolate milk? What do you do?
Yeah.
Like, tell us your nutrition and stuff.
Yeah, because we were talking about that
Yeah,
last week. That's
that's a
the thing
big
that
thing.
like whacks everybody is nutrition.
Like, what do you do during? What's your get off the bike strategy and etc.
So we're doing 13 and 14 this week, Frankie. So if you want to call in and leave us an update for episode 14 for next week, we'll release that as like a special, like, hey, here's Frankie's update. Because I think that's cool. I think people get a kick.
Yeah,
we'll get a kick out
cool.
of that. So
Maybe we can get Ron put in some long miles this week too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get Ron on here.
yep. So thanks, Frankie. That's cool. And good luck with those big miles, dude.
I'm looking up where Frankie lives right now. Not to be stalkerish, but
Is this Delaware?
we could get like a ride with Frankie.
This is Delaware. We talked about that last
Frankie
week.
Well, I know,
drop
but
us.
Delaware's
Do you listen to our
Delaware's somewhat. Oh, I go out to Lewis a lot to fish. Okay, out at Henlopen. He's riding right out, just outside there. That's like 2.5 hours from us. Long road ride. So
Also, Frankie, I'd be curious, like when you do your training rides, are you riding with everything that you would ride with at DK just to kind of figure that out? Like what are you doing during your training rides? And if you had any advice for anybody else, that'd be kind of neat.
he's riding.
Yeah. A lot of us just get on the bike.
Well, especially, but if you're going to carry like extra equipment than you normally would, it's kind of nice to know whether you need it or how to use it.
If I were to redo it, I did
Yeah.
most of my base miles on my S-Works.
Mhm.
Bad idea. I should have done it on my Sequoia, like Wes is saying. Yeah.
So you weren't ready for the bike that you were going to ride.
Well, I went from a 14-pound S-Works tarmac to a 20-something pound steel Sequoia.
So how important is it to train on gravel? If you,
I would
I don't think it's. You need some gravel miles
Mhm.
to get your body used to the abuse, but you just need to build up the endurance.
Be good for like bike handling too, I feel like. So I feel like
Yeah.
that's fairly important.
I think
Because-
it'd be hard not to do any gravel, but
Yeah, because if you go ride like the canal and expect to do the same mileage you're going to do on the road and feel the same way at the end of the day,
it'll kill you.
yeah.
Dude, Frankie,
And the canal is tame.
then you
know?
also have to know the bike is up to the task.
Right.
So until you put the bike on the gravel and make it hump the miles too in the gravel,
You're not
then
going to know.
You're not going to know.
Yeah.
Because you may want to totally change something. You may want to, that tire pressure, something could be totally wrong.
Right. Yeah, because I don't know how many people bring like an extra tire on DK, but it's nice to know if you are, where are you going to put it? Is it accessible? Do you not need it that accessible? Where are you going to put it? Can you carry it? So on and so forth.
And if you happen to leave it roadside, Joey may come along and eat it, and you don't want that to happen.
Because then he'll catch you, because now he's got more energy.
Eating the rubber.
It looks like Frankie paddleboards too, which is pretty cool.
How do you know that?
Because I just went through a Strava page.
These guys are crushing on you, Frankie. You better look out.
Yeah.
We got one more voicemail. This is Craig from Kentucky. Let's see if we can't make this work. Stand by.
Kentucky.
Hey there, guys. This is Craig from Kentucky. I just want to say thank you so much for making the podcast. I've been listening to every episode. You do a really great job with it. I like the banter between all three of you guys, and don't feel like you always have to have a guest because the three of you guys are good enough for the entire episode.
Oh yeah,
love what you're doing. Great job. I like your YouTube stuff so far. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. I'm going to try to get into that myself. Me and my girlfriend are on Instagram. Our handle is @2onbikes. So please, y'all actually might be following us already. I'm not sure. Give us a check out if you haven't. See what you think, and just want to show you guys some love. Thanks for doing what you're doing.
Dude, Craig, Sequoia
Craig.
Bro right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do a little fist pump kiss.
Thanks, Craig. Thanks
Talk
for the
about
voicemail.
like an
It looks
ego
like-
boost, too. Like, that was nice to hear,
Yeah. He's riding the Katy Trail this week, it looks like.
Oh, really? You looking at the Instagram feed?
Yep. We do follow you already and vice versa.
Was that the one where he's in Missouri right now?
Yep.
So we'll put a link to their Instagram feed in the show notes. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Then maybe some other people that follow us will follow them. And
Also, call back
Kumbaya.
in and let us know how you feel about that Redshift stem. Remember I was showing you a few weeks ago at the lounge?
Yep.
I want to hear some actual experience with that.
Is that like the suspension stem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got that on a Sequoia?
Yep.
Okay. Definitely, Craig. Give us a call back
Give
and
us
let
a
us
ring.
know what that's all about. So we got an email from Kevin Scruggs. He says, "So what's up, guys? I've listened to all your podcasts since I guess I travel a lot by car and need to have good stuff to listen to. I live just north of Charlotte, North Carolina. We have a good bit of gravel just north and slightly west of here. I'm sure you've heard of the Bootlegger, among others, in Wilson Creek. But there is an event that was just last weekend that you guys need to check out next March. The Love Valley Roubaix. You guys ever heard of that?
No.
Love Valley Roubaix. It's a 2-day gravel event put on by Wes Davidson and the crew at First Flight Bikes in Statesville, North Carolina. I know that area pretty well.
Okay.
Love Valley is a weird little town. We love weird little towns. Stay weird, Love Valley. Love Valley is a weird little town that has dirt streets closed to auto traffic. Wow.
Huh.
That
That
is
is a
cool.
weird town.
I love that Valley Town.
Man, that sounds awesome. Wish they could all be like that. It's set up like an old West town and has real saloons and tack shops. You think you've gone back to the 60s when you're there. It's a hippie hangout as well.
Huh.
Dirtbags.
Worth a
Love
try.
dirtbags.
Yeah.
This year was the first 2-day event, and Saturday is an easier day, less climbing route, and Sunday was the real Roubaix, which takes you over Brushy Mountain. The ride is kind of like Dave Proctor's ride. Dave Pryor, you meant Dave Pryor. The ride is kind of like Dave Pryor's ride in Pennsylvania, which I did last year and will do this year. You will at some point wish you had your quote-unquote other bike. Just thought you guys might want to check it out. Wes isn't much of a podcaster, so you probably won't listen, but you can contact him at, actually he's talking about the guy, Wes, that owns First Flight.
I was like, well, you're not wrong.
Wes of First Flight Bikes in Statesville isn't much of a podcaster, so you probably won't listen, but you can contact him at First Flight in Statesville. Hope to see you all there, and you can see the website at lovevalleyroubaix.com. You all keep putting out a great podcast as you're really helping people find events in the Mid-Atlantic. So there we go.
Awesome.
Thank you, Kevin, for that email and kind words, and that's definitely one we'll check out. I know Statesville pretty well. My brother is from that area.
Okay.
So I spend a lot of time in Statesville and Huntersville and sort of that general vicinity. So.
And you hadn't heard of this town before?
No, I'd never heard of that town. I'm going to ask him about
Yeah.
it. What was it again? Wilson Creek or Love Valley. Love Valley. Weird little town. I'd like to hear about weird little towns. Anybody else know anybody weird little towns? Send us some additional emails or voicemails. It's catching up from last week. Let's switch over to catching up from last week. So, as we talked about earlier, I'm headed to Texas, Hill Country and Bluebonnets. So I got the call. It was Thursday of last week to go fill in for another tour leader again. So I am off to Texas, just a little north of San Antonio for the quote-unquote hilly areas. I looked at the profiles, and while they call it Texas Hill Country, it's not you're not climbing. It's just nice
Someone
rollers.
mentioned on your thing it was amazing though. Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful countryside.
I've had a lot of people comment since I put it out there that I was going there that the bluebonnets and the wildflowers in this part of the country are phenomenal, and we are headed right into the middle of it. So I'm excited about that. I've never ridden a bike in Texas. I've been to Texas, been to San Antonio, been to Houston, but never anything bike related.
I want to see you like prancing through a flower field.
Or like rolling around.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you be allowed to roll around?
Why not?
Is it a national park or forest or something?
No, I really don't know
flower.
what I'm getting.
But I guess
into.
you wouldn't want to do it because then you crush flowers and nobody else could see it.
Yeah, I don't
I just
know.
want to see you prancing
Well, I think prancing might be allowed.
naked.
Like prance in front.
I am not going to be prancing with anything.
Isn't that
on.
what all the adventure cyclists do?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Cover your shame with flowers.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
it's
Cover your little flower with a flower.
Put some mochi down there.
Puts the mochi on the skin.
it's a venture cycling trip, and it's an event tour. So another catered event. Catered.
Caterted.
I don't know why I'm having a hard time talking today.
Words are tricky, man.
I know. I don't know what it is. It's not the stout. Maybe it is the stout. It's not the stout. I don't know. I'm fumbling. I'm fumbling all my words over here. You guys are giving me the hairy eyeball.
I'm just going to watch you now. I'm not going to say a word.
That sounds gross. Hairy
What?
eyeball.
Hairy eyeball sounds gross. Yeah. I don't know. So another exciting adventure for Brian. I'm going to leave Wednesday. We drive to Texas from Roanoke, and we're there for a week for the tour, and then we head back. So I'll
Nice.
have more
Nice.
stuff
Nice.
to talk about then. What have you guys been up to?
Me and Wes got new bikes
Yeah.
together.
Come on.
Well,
Nice. The road bike.
I got a new old bike.
Did you get a tandem?
Oh man, we should
We
get a tandem. There's a
should
tandem
set- yeah.
Sequoia.
Yeah.
There's one in the world.
Let's get it. It's ours.
No, what'd you get?
Well, I got the Sagan LA Sprint frame. So Wes got the black Sprint frame.
So you guys are just like...
That thing, I SC won that Sunday.
Oh, did you?
It looks better than new.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
After I took all your stuff out of your speed sack.
Yeah. Speed
The LA?
sleeve. Yeah. So his is nice and it looks...
So you're back in the road game over there, buddy.
Yeah.
He rode it Saturday with you, didn't he?
No.
Yeah, I rode. That's what I rode. I rode.
But you... Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That's right.
At the pink tubs.
Yeah, I usually ride a 58, but the 56 seemed to fit okay, so I gave that a spin.
I felt like you were just riding Joey's bike at that point.
It was,
Yes.
it was Joey's bike.
I
It was
sure-
his built.
I'm almost done, I guess.
But we didn't want to like. We were going to try to do it the other day, but we ran out of time, so we wouldn't have
Been
like.
very
busy.
Yeah.
busy at the store.
Yeah.
Very busy.
We've
Every
got-
time I go in there, you guys are swamped.
Well,
we've
paddle
got-
sport season kicked off this weekend.
Yeah.
So that's like part of Joey's life.
Yeah.
And so we didn't get to swap, and that's why I didn't ride today because I have to redo my hydraulic lines,
Okay.
and I'm lazy. I did some errands for the store this morning, so
Nothing wrong with that.
no, that's it.
I
Yeah,
know you guys have been super busy in the shop. Every time I come in there, it's just like literally
labor's
watching you guys.
crazy. A lot of nice bike builds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got like 14 bike builds
Trying to
this
get
coming
our
week.
bike builds.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Is it just the weather, you think? Or is it's
Everything.
just the
Yeah.
time of the year? You know?
Oh,
specialized
people are
spring
itching.
sale
Yeah.
kind of finished up this weekend.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like based off of last year, everybody was kind of cooped up inside even during
Yeah.
like the nice months because of the rain. So
You're right.
You know, everybody's got
So
cabin
you weren't
fever.
here for that, were you?
No, I kept hearing about it. You'd always see like Ellicott City got washed out, and you're like, man, again? Like that's crazy.
That's the fourth time this week.
And then part of like, are you part of that Huntingtown information group?
Yep.
That is funny reading, but like watching the roads flood around here and everybody posting the videos of that, I was like,
Oh, yeah,
man,
it was-
I've never seen anything like that in this
It
county.
was a wet year last
Well,
year.
we probably lost 2 weeks total of business last year for paddle sports because of McIntosh Run flooding,
Yeah.
which was crazy.
So I bet you got people with cabin fever. The weather's turning nice. They want to get outside and take advantage of as much as they can of this summer because maybe they don't get much summer this year. You know, who
But it
knows?
was kind of like a crappy year around the country, too.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was talking about how wet it was last year. And
It was wet on the East Coast. On the West Coast, it was exactly up. It was hot. It was dry. it
Everything
didn't
was
rain.
burning.
Everything was on fire.
Everything.
you didn't want to go anywhere near the outdoors because you'd be inhaling
You're not on fire, Ricky?
smoke.
Yeah.
A little Trailer Park Boys reference?
No, Talladega Nights, but
Well.
I still have to do my movie top 10.
Yeah, when
That's
is
on there.
that going
I
to...
keep
Okay.
I've been slammed, and
We need some
He has
voicemails.
been
I need to
Slammed.
dedicate time to
We need to voice some voicemails.
sit down.
from
Brian didn't
Joey.
get that one either.
Yeah. that's
I
okay.
did get it. I'm ignoring it.
So yeah, so if I'm too lazy to finish my hydraulic lines in the next few days, I'll ride to Sequoia as a road bike to get some miles in.
Nice.
We got to get ready for Marty's and Grape Gravel next. That's next weekend.
I'm bummed. I'm missing both of those things because of Texas.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about like that's
we were
gonna
the
stink.
Three Musketeers.
Yeah. But I think we'll make some new friends. It'll be a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So both at Grape Gravel and Marty's, you guys are going to take the banner,
That's the plan.
We're going to fly it high.
take some stickers,
Yep.
make sure that if you come to see the banner, you just stand for a few moments and look at the banner.
Take a selfie
Yeah.
with it.
Take a selfie with it. That's a great
Yeah.
idea. Or just stare and look at it. And then you get a sticker. Is that how it works?
I have an idea, Brian.
What?
But we can't talk about it right now. We'll talk about it later when we're off air.
Oh, you were supposed to do that last
Okay.
episode. You had something we couldn't talk about on air, and then
That's what's on the back of my truck.
oh damn.
But we can talk about that in just a little bit.
Okay.
We'll talk
Okay.
about that.
I have
in
an
just a few
idea
minutes.
about the banner thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not sure where that one's going.
I don't know either. The banner's going to be hard to fly. You know that, right?
No,
'Cause
it's not.
No. We have
No,
a
you
drone. We'll attach it. We'll fly it high.
Geniuses, right here.
That-
Me and him together.
I would pay money to see one of you guys try to fly that thing with a drone.
Dude, I got
That'd
a Phantom. That thing will be up in a second.
Really?
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to see
If you
video.
get hit in the
of
head at Marty's or Grape Gravel with a drone,
it. You get 2 stickers.
Yeah.
I've tried, and I have successfully failed because I did get it up.
Is there going to be, when you guys go to Grape Gravel, maybe a cooler in the back of the truck with some
Ooh,
tasty
wanna fill
beverage?
up some beer.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to find out and make sure that's okay because it's
Well,
on
it's
the
at a winery.
It's at a winery, so I know they can probably have some liquor.
Oh, well, they're going to have beer there anyway.
right. Yeah.
Oh, well, then you don't need to do
That's
that.
why you need a gravel flask.
And
Yeah.
plus, I don't want to like break any rules there. Like since
No,
a
no,
lot
no.
of times it's a winery, they've got
No.
their own liquor rule.
Yeah,
or
no,
whatever.
that's cool.
Well, I don't drink wine. I drink beer.
They got beer there. On account of you don't drink beer.
I'm having beer now.
Wes, what have you been up to?
Well, I now have Joey's lay frame, and I pretty much stripped down the A-wall to take most of the parts off of that, which is kind of like a weird, bittersweet thing because I had like weird emotions with
He was
that
crying
bike.
the other day.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was Joey sprayed too much SC1 in the air or if I was just legitimately sad that I was taking parts off the A-wall.
Remember when I told you guys last week?
So I got the A-wall posted online, and it's a frame now, and just starting to build
So
up the
you
LA.
did strip it down to a frame.
Yeah, everything but the crank. I think the crank is still on, so I haven't fully committed to
Now, are those parts going to go over to the LA?
pretty much everything except for the front derailleur and the crank is going to go over. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Everything will pretty much fit on because the LA is a press fit. That's the only thing I'm not excited about on the LA, but
Oh, don't like the press fit either.
2019.
yeah. Let's go back threaded.
Too.
Other than that, I'm pretty excited for warm weather. So, like Joy was saying, he's kind of responsible for the paddle sports side of things of the shop. So I'm pretty excited to start paddling after work on some nicer days. That's always a lot of fun just to get out there and sit and relax and do nothing. For a little
Kayak
bit.
or stand up?
The paddleboarding is a lot of fun because if we want to go for a swim, you just jump off and get in the water and hop back on.
Yeah, but you got to stand up.
You can sit down.
So I got like a Yeti Roadie. It's my seat
Right.
and my dry storage. Strap it to the board.
And then you just sit on it and
Yeah,
paddle.
you sit on it, paddle it like a canoe, or you store stuff in there and you stand up when you want and then sit back down.
Do you fish off of it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like itching for fly fishing too.
Yeah. So last
News.
week we introduced that we were going to talk a little bit about the new Salsa War Road.
That was a clever name, Salsa.
Salsa.
War Road because it's the road version
No.
of the Warbird.
I was told it's not.
It's what?
There's some controversy.
About
I
the
think,
name?
I think eventually Salsa will have them come on and clarify. We have
We'd
some
love
great
to get
details.
Salsa. We'd love to get our
Um,
sponsor Salsa on here.
Yeah.
You haven't mentioned our sponsor yet.
I just
Well,
did.
Brian did.
So
No, Wes, you-
here's some of the. I'm gonna go through the little press release that they put out for the War Road. It's also, we believe, the best road routes rarely stick to freshly laid asphalt and most memorable experiences in store. I'm not going to read all this.
So, looking at the War Road, most of the specs come with a 650 wheel over a 700. They've got one 700C option. That being said, there are dual wheel compatible, so if you want to run a 650 or a 700, you can provide your own wheel. So I think it takes up to a 47C 650 tire, or if you run a 700, I think it takes up to a 35.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah.
700 by 35 or 650 by 47. And
Which I think for a road bike, for a modern road bike that's running disc brake, that's an appropriate, tire size, 28 to 35. I think that's pretty good for something more capable.
So one of the big differences that I see is that they talk about the geometry is going to be a little snappier than the Warbird.
Okay, so a little more. It's probably a little shorter wheelbase and
A little more responsive handling and quick acceleration.
It's probably got shorter change days and everything.
71-degree head tube angle.
Yeah. So it's probably like that 70-30 split, 80-20 split of asphalt, and then, hey, that's a cool fire road. Let's go zip on down it.
That's kind of what they said. It was
Kind of how the Diverge was made.
no,
It's not a full gravel bike.
but it's also not like a dedicated road bike either.
Yeah.
It's that weird gray area where something disgusting happened between a gravel bike and a road bike.
just kind of like what they say.
So
It's
what happened was they got together and behind a bush, and
It says a road bike for crumbling rural roads, cobbled streets with a side of gravel.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
how they describe it.
It's a neat bike. There's a couple things that I wish they did different. I wish they'd
Like
done
what's that?
a threaded bottom bracket like we were just
back
talking
with the
about.
bottom brackets.
So
Yeah.
it's a press fit bottom bracket.
Press fit. Yep.
Why do they do that?
Just JB weld that thing in there.
I think I've done that.
Oh,
Well,
God. This is the way.
I hope not. Yeah.
This is why you're marketing now, not mechanics. I will say the Journeyman with those 650
I've not
by
done that.
47, those byways or whatever those were,
Mhm.
that was a nice, fun road ride, like quality. I mean, I'm slow anyway, so I mean, the extra cushion for the pushing was nice.
So according to their press, the War Road differs from the Warbird in that its focus is on agility over stability.
Ooh,
So-
that'd be a good this or that.
Would you like it?
Agility or stability?
Road with a side of gravel is how they describe it.
Yeah.
So they're looking for a quick, snappy, fun, go out for an afternoon, type ride bike.
Right.
You're not putting giant miles on it, but you want anything that you come across to be able to ride it.
They call it an endurance road geometry, though.
See, that'd be a fun long distance bike.
Really?
It'd be
Yeah.
comfy.
If my internet was better, I would load the other. I was trying to load the Warbird page so I can compare geometries, but
Our internet's slow because we didn't get a Patreon supporter this week.
It says the War Road has a slightly steeper head tube angle, lower bottom bracket, and shorter chain stays than the Warbird.
She's zippy.
And it's stiffer in the bottom bracket, head tube stays, which gives some of the compliance and comfort needed the Warbird for an all-day gravel rides. It gives up some of that compliance and comfort of the Warbird in exchange for pedaling efficiency and quicker handling.
see, I would think then that's reversed. I would think
I agree.
the Warbird would be your all-day rider.
I agree.
And your War Road is like, hey, I want to like hammer out this race. I want to, I want to go fastest ride.
I agree.
So that doesn't make any sense to me. So maybe, hopefully, we can get somebody on Salsa because I hope we're just being ignorant to something. But because if you compare that to like Specialized, that's what we're most familiar with at the shop is you got the Roubaix and you got the Tarmac. The Tarmac is exactly what they describe the War Road as. And that's not, you got people that can ride the Tarmac all day and you're going to have people that can ride the War Road all day. But I think, if you want to be comfortable at the end of the day, you're going to pick the bike with more compliance. Yeah, you give up some efficiency, but you gain all-day comfort, so you're not worried about your body aching. You can just pedal.
A lot of their things conflict. They love the bikes for gravel racing, but the aim was always to get on lesser traveled rural and scenic roads. Many of these are paved and many aren't. I wanted a bike that wasn't limited to ride a specific surface, had quick handling, and was responsive to rider feedback. The War Road balanced this with a stable road ride, hence the endurance geometry.
The more we talk about it, the more I like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
I mean, it does sound like a fun, like, snappy bike. Like, you want to go out and be playful on a bike and, like, cruise on it and just, put a smile on your face. It sounds like that's
a
the bike.
more efficient bike for if we want to go ride the Prince Frederick and back from here and hit Calvert Cliffs on the way and so on and so on.
Right.
Versus chugging the whole gravel bike the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
And we're riding a bike that's great for 80% of our ride, and it'll still do that a little bit what we need it to, instead of, like, my Sequoia wouldn't be the best for that type of ride.
Yeah, but
at
I
all
would
aspects, but
I would think, though, for big miles, you're still going to want to go with something more relaxed, like the Warbird.
yeah, it seems relaxed to me.
So it's only carbon, right?
Correct.
It's only available in carbon.
No tie, no aluminum like they offer in most of their other lineups, or at least a tie bike.
And it comes in with what group sets?
There is a Force Altegra. My internet's down 105, and I believe there's a Tiagra build.
Right. I remember seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
And the colors are unusual.
They're kind of neat. Some of them are good.
I don't like the higher end ones, the black with the yellow splatter paint on it.
Yeah, I like the green one though, with like the weird rainbow lines or whatever you want to call it.
And then there was like a white one.
Yeah. Sounds like we need to do product review.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be nice.
This is why you listen to us. We're sponsored by Salsa, but we'll still give you our honest opinion.
So the features, it has fender mounts. It's rear rack capable. It's a sleeved internal cable routing. So with carbon, you were talking about, that's nice.
Thank you. Yeah,
that's handy.
It's a lifesaver.
That makes things a whole lot easier when you need to replace some cables.
Just literally slide a piece of housing through the frame, call it a day.
There, what looks like proprietary Class 5 vibration reduction system. Mounting bosses on the top tube for the top tube bag that comes from Salsa. 3 bottle mounts on the inside of the main triangle.
Only for 56 and up.
Right.
Everything under, you get 2.
Right. And a bottle or accessory mount on the underside of the down tube. 3 pack mounts on the fork legs. So that's 3, so you could put an anything cage on there.
Sure could.
That's nice. Fork routing for a dynamo hub to keep lights and GPS charged on long rides.
Yeah, so it's like those little features that really, I mean, Salsa does a really good job
them
at
apart.
Yeah, because it's like they do adventure bikes, and they think about all those little things, which I really like.
So what's the verdict from this discussion? You said,
I like it the more we've talked about it,
but we haven't had hands-on with it yet.
No.
So
I mean, it sounds like a fun bike. I don't know if the way they described it makes sense to me based off of what I've read about. Like when I go through like the geometry and then you go through how it's spec'd, the way they describe it seems a little bit backwards, but it does seem like a fun bike. It sounds like a fun afternoon, go ride, put a smile on your face, do whatever you want to do bike.
it kind of sounds to me like a bike that I think I would enjoy, because the bigger wheel size, because I can't go on my Roubaix, I can't go above 28.
Right.
So this, to take a 700 bike up to 35, for me, I don't want to give up the ability to ride the bike on the road. So
Sure.
if it's 80-20, like you said earlier, that sounds like a pretty good deal.
this would be like your perfect adventure cycling bike.
But yeah, you throw those 650s on
absolutely.
there, and you've got a totally off-road capable bike.
I'm thinking about
go
a bike.
do the canal.
Yeah, I'm thinking about a bike.
You were talking about War Road last year. Or Warbird.
Warbird. That's going to get confusing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Warbird, War Road. I wish they'd gone with something slightly different, because that's going to be very confusing.
It's kind of a weird name, I'll be honest. I'm not
think so,
crazy
too.
about the
Well,
name.
they're pulling it right off of Warbird to make it War Road, even though they may want to say the name from somewhere different. That's what they're
They
doing.
should have called it Battlehawk.
But from my perspective, I either am on my trips taking the A-wall to give me the bigger tires, but then I've got the steel frame and it's a little heavier and it's not quite as snappy. But this trip in Texas, where it's going to be all road, I'm taking my Roubaix.
Sure.
But I'm really not crazy about taking the Roubaix, because I would still like something that's got a little bit more beef to it. That 735, that seems to me like it would be a very good bike.
You need that or the Diverge. Carbon Diverge.
I don't know that I want carbon, though.
No, that's why
Because carbon... So when, as a tour leader, you take a bike on tour, you're not riding every day. Which means your bike is getting hung on racks in strange places. It's getting shoved into vehicles in strange places. You're just carrying it from place to place any way you can get it there. Because we don't want to climb up on the roof of the van and strap our bikes in, because it takes 2 people to do that. So as a leader, when you're just trying to get from place to place and it's your van day, you just want to get the bike somewhere that's easy for you to by yourself, get it in and get it out.
If I come up with a way for you to load a bike on the roof by yourself, I'm going to do it for you.
Well,
I know there's a way to do it.
folding bike.
Well, we've had those. The little Bromptons, and they fold up into a little suitcase. But I'm not going to get on a Brompton. That doesn't appeal to me.
Awesome.
Doesn't appeal to me. Although actually probably what it is I'm scared to get on a Brompton, because I'd be like, hey, this is actually kind of cool. Like, what's a fat man?
Then we won't podcast anymore together.
Because I'm afraid of it. But you are looking for something that's so like if you got an aluminum frame, do I want to get it dinged up? Absolutely not. But it's not carbon. And when, a door hits it and it destroys that carbon or puts a hole in the carbon or
Cobble in their wallet.
You'd be surprised how durable carbon is, though. How
I don't
resilient
want
it
to
is.
find out.
Titanium.
Well-
You need a Chumba. Sliding dropouts. So
Yeah.
on and so on.
Yeah, I do.
Affordable.
Chumba, come sponsor.
We'll get Chumba on maybe in like a month.
Yeah. So, I am still in search of the perfect adventure cycling tour leader bike. And
doesn't exist.
I don't think the Fargo does it. I don't want steel.
And the
They make
Fargo
a-
is like
they
a
make a-
couch compared to even his AWOL.
I don't want.
You can get a tie version too, and then you can do the cutthroat.
Neither one of those appeal to me for some reason.
Sounds like Brian needs to product test.
Yeah.
I and that's really, we were talking about that in the shop the other
Yep.
day. I'm still looking for that perfect bike that is durable enough that I can take it and feel like it's going to survive being shoved in a van with not a lot of grief.
Yep.
But can also feel like when I'm out riding that bike, I can carry things on it if I need to. Like, so with my Carbon, I don't want to strap a top tube or a frame bag to it. I got to carry stuff though. I've got to carry first aid kits. I've got to carry tool kits. I've got a lot of stuff I have to carry, and I hate wearing a backpack. I just despise it.
You ever thought about putting 3M on your Roubaix so you could take a
I
top
have,
tube bag?
and I've got it. I've got that. I've put helicopter
Do you
tape
use
in
your
a couple
saddle
of spots.
saddle pack?
That's what I think I'm going to end up doing for this trip.
Yeah.
Is a big saddle pack, as long as my first aid kit will fit in it. I can fit my first aid kit in it.
Will the first aid kit fit on the outside bungee cords?
Sounds like it's pretty big.
First aid kit's pretty big.
Is it like
And
the
so,
size of your laptop?
No, it's not that. About half.
Oh, you'd be okay.
You want to take my Apidura tomorrow?
What's that?
You want my Apidura bag?
No, because I don't want to strap it. I've got the frame bags that I need.
No, I mean as a rear bag.
The frame. The
I've got
saddle
one of
pack.
those too.
Oh, okay.
And actually, that's an idea. I might do that. I'm just haven't found the right solution yet, and I don't want to put straps on the Carbon. And yeah, I've thought about the 3M, the helicopter tape, and I've got it in a couple spots where I have some cable rub, but it's just I'm not crazy about it yet, and I haven't found that right solution. So like an aluminum version of a bike, because tell me, am I wrong? Am I wrong in saying that? I mean, if you're taking a bike and all things considered being equal, and I'm going to shove it in the back of a van, the back seat of a van, Carbon bike or aluminum bike going to fare better?
Aluminum.
Yeah. Take the aluminum.
So,
But do you want like a dedicated adventure cycling bike because that's what you're worried about?
that's what I want. Yeah. And the AWOL, the
Look at the Journeyman then.
So here's
at
the
that point in
problem.
time.
Here's the problem is that the AWOL's wheelbase is so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
huge.
comfortable. It's huge, but I can't fit that bike in places that I can fit other bikes.
No, you cannot, Brian.
So, you guys want to let me take a Journeyman to Texas?
I don't have one for you.
Not if you're going to do what you just said you're going to do with it. You're going to pay for it first.
No, it's true. It's true.
Leave me a deposit for 100% of the bike.
If it comes back clean, then great.
You see where I'm going, right?
Yeah, you're going to Texas.
Yeah.
No, I want that bike that's durable enough that I can feel like I can.
But
like
you
I
also
said.
want a bike that if it gets scratched and dinged up, which it sounds like it inevitably will,
Right.
no sweat off your back. I mean,
Right.
the Journeyman's kind of that nice, not too expensive. But,
Right. I've looked at them. I've looked at them. $1,200, $1,400, something like that. So
I mean,
that's going to be snappier than the AWOL? I'm
absolutely.
certain.
Yeah.
So
I think
Similar
I'm-
geometry to the Warbird.
Yeah.
Not War Road, but Warbird.
So the War Road still doesn't fit that bill for me because it's Carbon.
Maybe they have a
Right, but you've got that's a pretty niche bill that you're trying to fill.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you need a braggish.
Yeah, no, I
Just-
do.
Pivoting.
Yeah, that would actually not be a bad idea.
Well, he could get sales off this podcast, but he doesn't listen.
Yeah. We'll get him to come around.
One day.
One day he'll come around.
One day.
So that's my dilemma. Hey, if anybody's got any ideas on, something that's for me to look at, send them along. Send an email, whatever. I'm just looking for that
I think you've got a lot of options out there. It's just finding which one you like the best.
and having the opportunity to try them,
I think we can figure that out.
because
I know a place.
I don't know. So the Diverge, I can get that in aluminum.
Yep.
Yep. With a head shock.
That's so close to the Roubaix, though.
No, it's not.
Mm-mm.
You throw your 35s on there. It's a little bit slacker. A little
a
longer.
little bit
chain
slacker.
space.
A little
Yeah.
bit slacker.
Yeah.
I think we've beaten the War Road to death.
The War Horse, we beat it because Pubes did a funny picture where it's like a horse on a bike. It's called the War Horse or something.
One of these days, we're going to have to find out more about that.
Which we get Pubes on here.
So, reiterating one more time, events that you guys are going to, because I am so bummed again that I'm going to miss Grape Gravel and Marty's Spring Classic. But you guys are
We'll
there.
be buzzing around the banner on a Phantom.
Look out for the banner. Come find everybody and say hello. Grab a sticker. And we'll put some more links to Grape Gravel and to Marty's Spring Classic in the show notes. So, hey, let's wrap it up with a this or that.
Let's do it.
Man, I want the banner. You know when you go to the beach and you have the airplanes like, "Will you marry me, Brian?"
With it flying
I
behind.
want the banner. I'm gonna try that.
You could get a really small one.
Yeah.
And you could tie it to like your seat post.
No,
And
I
then
want it
as
on the
you're riding
drone.
along,
Like on the drone.
it's just flying around in
I
a
think we
circle.
can do it on the bike too. We'll just make like a small frame
Yeah.
for it out of PVC.
Okay, let's
Hey.
this or that it.
You want me to do the this or that, or you want to do the this or that?
No, I like. Let's keep it consistent.
Keep it consistent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this or that item up for who's going to be first? Let me see. I want Wes to go first.
It's me.
I want Wes to go first.
First.
Speed sack or saddlebag?
What the hell is a speed sack?
It's what's on your bike.
That's a speed sleeve.
It's the one that looks like a sack that you attach to underneath your
I
saddle.
don't
It's called
know
a
what
speed
we're talking
sleeve,
about
so if we
either.
get in trouble.
Speed
Rob.
sleeve or saddlebag?
Saddlebag. Actually, and here's why. So I went to borrow Joey's bike, and I dismantled his speed sack because I had nowhere to put my keys because I couldn't find my SWAT bibs with my pockets, and I didn't want to buy a jersey because I don't usually wear a jersey, so I had no pockets for my keys or my phone, and I had to lock the shop. So I was like, just put a saddlebag on this son of a bitch. So I did, and then I got busy and I didn't reassemble Joey's saddlebag or speed sleeve. So speed sleeve is out.
Joey?
Well, I don't like a suitcase on my bike, and I'm also prepared with a proper bib size and jersey.
I had bibs. They just were my SWAT bibs.
I like a nice, clean, tight little. I have 2 tubes in there. I like a nice little sack.
Wes just almost spit liquid bliss everywhere. That was really close.
Joey likes a smooth, tight little sack.
Well, I usually don't throw my.
Fearful. I need
I
to
don't
cut
throw my
that out.
phone in there. But I got more in that sack than you have in your saddlebag.
It's
So-
as big as the.
Yeah, dude,
It's the
I'm gonna
same
take the
size. You
picture.
just can't put anything in it.
I could put more in that than you could put in that bag.
That's a
Oh,
lie.
challenge is
I
on.
got 2 tubes, 2 CO2s, air chuck head, patch kit, multi-tool, and a couple of other little gadgets.
I have all
in
that
there.
in my SWAT box.
It's like, yeah, that looks stupid.
No,
things like this
Everybody asks you if it's a motor.
Hey, my name is Joey. I work at a bike shop, and I'm excellent selling.
I don't know what.
So the
That
speed
thing's expensive.
the speed sleeve is the thing that you have underneath the bottle case.
You're not
right?
going to put a phone in your SWAT box.
Stop. You'd be amazed what I put in my SWAT box. So that's the little sleeve that you have underneath the water bottle holder, right? Is that I don't know
It's
what
underneath
a
the
speed
seat.
sleeve is.
It's where
No,
you
it's
put a saddle.
It's a saddle bag. So he has everything.
Actually, I got a picture. Pull up the picture you sent
Well,
to
they're
me.
the same thing.
It
No,
is.
this one is
there was
like-
a bad this or that.
But it's the speed sleeve is you like roll it up. Like you know those
What's
old
that?
toolkits where you like roll
I'll
the
show
things
you in
up.
person.
Okay.
I can't look it up because our Wi-Fi is bad.
Okay. I'm gonna call this discussion on the speed sleeve sack or the saddlebag. And I'm gonna rule that they're the
High and
same
tight.
damn thing.
They're not.
They are the same thing.
They're not because you can't access your speed
I like-
sleeve that easily.
Well, you can get in and
Yes,
out
you
of a
can.
saddlebag.
Very easy.
So what you're saying is you'd have to take it off, unroll it, go into the individual compartments for the speed sleeve
But
sack.
before he chimes in, I've used both. They're both just as easy to use. I don't want all the bulk there.
Okay.
There's
He's
no
used-
bulk.
he's never
It's the
used a
same
speed sleeve.
size.
Okay,
And he sounds like
exactly.
he's-
You just said
he
that.
sounds like he's got a lot of stuff in there.
I got a
Yeah,
lot
you
of stuff
just
in a
said they're the same
saddlebag.
size.
He has got a
I
lot
put
of stuff in
But
his
you couldn't
trunk.
put cell phone or keys in there on top of all
Because
that equipment.
Only Freds
No.
do that.
Well, why don't you wear a jersey? It's got pockets.
Because why wear a jersey when I wear a quick wicking T-shirt? Fine. I'm happy with that.
I think Wes lost this.
How?
I don't know that anybody ever loses to this or that.
Well, Joey
You've
clearly
countered
did.
yourself
But
twice.
this was
How have I countered
very-
myself?
They're the same size. You just said.
It's a
Then
very
you countered-
contentious
Yeah.
No,
conversation.
you countered yourself.
How did I counter myself?
Because you're like, I don't like all the big bulk. And it's like, it's the same size. So you
Exactly.
just said the speed sleeve is the same
Okay,
size
so
as
it's
the
a
big
tie.
bulky.
I have the same amount of stuff, but it's packed up tight.
He's backed up tight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to rule.
Also,
that
the ones
I like
that
my jersey.
the
stock-
ones
my-
that
my
thread
jersey
into
pockets.
the saddle, the bolts fall out all the time. The
Wait,
threads were halfway
Well,
out.
then
Threads
don't-
into the saddle.
Well, yeah, because I ran out of time because I had to pump up somebody's tires and I had to fix somebody else's flat and then I had no time to get changed.
Ambulance is coming.
I'm not way
Ambulance.
All I'm saying is take care of your people.
What? You pumped up Jessica's tires?
Yeah.
Did she have a flat?
No, that was
Okay.
somebody else.
Okay.
Well, okay. I'm going to go with jersey pockets.
It's getting hostile in here.
Suck it.
That's why I haven't.
Yeah.
Okay, next item. Next item. Cans or bottles?
Cans, if I'm taking them with me on a trip. Like if I'm going bike packing or hiking or whatever, the can is coming with me. Otherwise, bottle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joey?
I'm going to argue with Wes now for it. No, I'm just kidding.
I take a bottle on the bumpiest of rides.
It's hit or miss. Depends on the beer. Because there's some beers that they just taste better out of a can. And some taste better out of a bottle.
Well, I'm going to go with cans because that's more environmentally friendly.
Is it?
Is it? I thought they were pretty much the same.
You can recycle both.
Well, the can is much more compact and uses less raw materials.
Are you prepared to
I am
defend
making
that?
this up.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I am totally making this up. Okay, next one up for discussion. This is for mountain biking. Okay, does everybody understand context? Mountain biking.
Mountain bikes.
Haven't done that in a while.
510s or any other shoe.
Well, I'll take 510s any day because I like money. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because you sell them.
I don't think Brian got that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'll take any
I
other
like
shoe.
flipping in.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. But you're on any other shoe now?
Well, no, the 510s was a money
He just
joke.
had $50.
Yeah.
And now he's on every other shoe.
Like 5 individual 10s.
Brian's lost.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, I understand that 510s is a shoe. I'm not sure Wes understands that.
No, I
No,
got it.
I think me and Wes
Yeah.
understand what Wes is talking about.
He's saying he would like 510s for $50.
Yeah.
Right,
what we're
there you
talking
go.
Our context is we're talking about shoes for mountain biking.
Right, but when I gave my
We're
answer,
not
I said
talking about
I like
cash.
510s because I like money.
Okay.
And then you, I don't know. I wear just tennis shoes typically.
Bounce right over my head. Go right ahead. So just tennis shoes for you, Wes.
10 shoes.
Tennis shoes.
And
Yeah.
Where you put them, I don't know.
I like
Joey?
flipping in for mountain biking.
Okay.
Any other shoe then.
Any other shoes? So you
I like my Recons.
Recons.
Yeah.
I'm a 510 guy. It's like you follow the threads on.
Aren't those like
Any-
skateboard shoes?
I like them because they do grip a pedal. They grip a pedal.
So do my
and
Vans.
Just get
Well, I'm sure
just
they
get
do.
stickier pedals and then don't care about your shins.
Duct tape.
Just
Cages.
Just get little clips that you can put on the bottom of your shoe.
And then you could have the receiving part on the pedal. We could make so much money.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I gotta pee.
No, I do like 510s.
That's all I've got to
You're
say
not
about
going
that.
anywhere, Joey. Suffer. Last this or that, The Office or Parks and Rec.
I love them both. I really like Parks and Rec. But The Office is the one that I can sit down and just binge every episode. Parks and Rec, I'm usually bouncing around all over the place.
Okay.
I got to go The Office.
The Office.
Yeah.
Joey?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I could binge both and be okay.
So you're just an either.
I'm an either.
You got to pick
they're-
one or the other.
They're
Pick
indifferent.
one or the other. Parks and Rec.
That's why it's this
Parks
or
and
that.
Rec.
Yeah. There's a lot of little funny things I catch every other time I watch Parks and Rec. Same with The Office, but he picked Office, and
I would definitely. I am going to go with The Office. What's the I do watch Parks and Rec. I'm blanking. What's
dude,
the,
I love Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron. Yeah, okay.
Duke Silver.
Yeah. What's the blonde Amy Poehler? What's her character's name?
Leslie Knope.
Leslie
the main
Knope.
character.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with it. She drives me crazy.
Leslie Norp.
She's so, but it's everyone else balances her out. Like Ron balances Leslie out.
Yeah. Like they're polar opposites.
Ron is the manliest man I've ever known.
There's a claymore on his desk.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with The Office still.
I think
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
fair.
know. I can laugh at that.
I can laugh at both of them all the time. Yeah. They're both excellent shows, but I think The Office just is more timeless for me.
I binge The Office quite a bit. It holds up. It holds up.
See, I like because we could have our own snake hole lounge in the
could.
lounge. Parks and Rec.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
We'll just do it when Dave's out of town.
Yeah. Well, that wraps us up, guys.
Yeah.
This was a fun episode, even without a guest.
Let's just
Yeah.
banter.
Yeah.
Even like
Speed Saxon, not.
yeah.
But that was
We don't have to
that's
always have an
gold
interview.
right there.
What, that argument?
Oh yeah.
We'll
yeah.
never put that to rest.
Oh yeah. We're gonna bring that one up like next episode again because that was fun.
I'm gonna lay out my speed sack. Speed sleeve.
Actually, we should do an Instagram picture of everything that you put in your speed sack and everything I put in my saddlebag.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
And just have them laid out side by side.
and then let the listeners decide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the listeners decide.
Let the listeners.
Or you could be like
decide.
Austin who rides a freaking Apodura bag for like all his rides.
I think he carries like an extra pair of shoes in there.
Austin rode his commuted on Sunday with a fixie both ways.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not that far.
Oh, he
That's
rode.
awesome.
So I get in the story. He rode down.
It's probably like 12
12
10,
miles?
10, 12 miles. Something like
Well,
that.
Mr. Bike Mechanic. Well, he rode fixie too through his hills. And
okay. Yeah, where he's coming from.
Didn't decide to pump up his tires for his commute down. He gets there and it's like 35 and 40. Regular like 23s.
Well, he weighs, what, 12 pounds?
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Austin's like a little, yeah.
Love you.
All right.
Love you.
He doesn't listen. Who cares?
Yeah. What an idiot.
Well, let's wrap this thing up because I gotta
Everybody,
pee.
thanks for listening to this episode of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. Please don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and leave us a review wherever you listen. Reviews help other listeners discover the podcast. If you want to join the team,
You
consider joining us at Patreon or PayPal. I was priding myself on the fact that I got join the team without. I usually botch that.
Oh, you were like, I thought you were doing this, like you wanted me to read that part, and I was like, I was ready.
I was really excited that I got join the team right.
Nice work, Brian.
Without a word fumble. So if you want to join the team, consider checking us out on Patreon or PayPal. You can connect to us for our website at graveltraveldirt.com, blah, 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 blah. We talk too much about that, I think. I'm going to start cutting that back.
That's fine. Cut it back.
Or
you
maybe
know where
that,
to find us.
Yeah.
Google us.
Maybe that isn't right for you. That's cool. Just keep listening. Maybe consider purchasing a t-shirt through the website. Now, we've gotten a lot of good feedback on the t-shirts, right?
They're nice t-shirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody I've met that's got one seems to really enjoy them. So
Told
if
you.
you've got one and we don't normally see you, let us know what you think.
And if anybody got a sweatshirt, I'd love to know how the sweatshirt's playing out.
Isn't Nadine getting us a sweatshirt?
I don't know if I think she may have already gotten one.
Okay.
So I'd love to actually get hands-on with that
Yeah, that'd be good.
to actually feel like what it's doing. We're interrupting Joey over there.
Yeah, Joey's got things to do.
I was reading a business text message.
So you can contact us. How do they get a hold of us, Wes?
At graveltraveldirt.com, Instagram at MidAtlanticGTD. You can give us a phone call. Still love to hear from you about anything. I don't care.
That's
Call
on our
in.
Instagram too.
Yeah, call
Yeah.
in, make a noise.
If you want to participate in our weekly this or that and you want to chime in,
Yeah.
call it and leave it.
Also, I think, did we ever post about the this or that questions on wherever we're going to? We
No,
should do
didn't.
that.
We talked a little bit about
Yeah.
it, but we didn't.
But, yeah.
So everybody, thanks for riding along with us. And until next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others.
Love you, bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.